Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. This is Walid from Anglaises PZ. I hope you guys, all of you are doing great. في هذا الفيديو ديال اليوم اللي باي ذا واي غتكون هي اول فيديو في السلسله ديال الاكسبلانيشنز ديال كلاسيكال دراما. في هذا الفيديو غادي نتعرفوا على واحد الشق من ولا واحد الجزء من الشق النظري ديال الكلاسيكال دراما، لانه as we know literature has actually two main parts: الشق التطبيقي والشق النظري، جانبين. And before getting into the practical parts, we have to know the theoretical part first. خاصنا نضبطو هو الأول الشق النظري، نتعرفو على النظريات واللي concept principles in order to apply them باش ندخلو الاناليسيس يعني في practical part. So, welcome guys again, and I hope you enjoyed this video and you will find it useful inshallah. So all you need to have with you is actually a notebook in order to take notes. Please take notes, always take notes. And your material, if I had to provide you with some examples. Well, by the end of this video, inshallah, every one of you, or at least most of you, are going to be able to define tragedy. It's the main idea of the video, tragedy and its aspect. Alright, so stay focused please and try to complete the video. So let's get into it. Aspects of tragedy. Tragedy can actually be defined by its structure. كيمكن نعرفو التراجيدي من خلال البنية ديال داك العمل الأدبي. The kind of actions it portrays. الطبيعة ديال الأحداث. الشخصيات كيفاش كيمثلو دوك الأحداث. The emotions it produces and the themes it embodies. هنا كنهضرو على المواضيع والايدياز اللي كتناقشهم as well as the mood and the tone، يعني الاجواء ديال الاحداث كيفاش دايره. Tragedy, generally speaking, is actually concerned with this single question. إلا غادي نلخص tragedy as a concept in general, this question is a better answer. Why does man suffer? Tragedy فيها suffering. We know that death is included there. فاش كنهضروا على التراجيدي كنهضروا على الموت. Characters must be dead at the end of every single tragedy. So why does man suffer? الجواب على هذا السؤال هذا كاين بزاف ديال الأجوبة. Is it because man himself is evil or imperfect? Is it because man is at the mercy of inhuman forces? هنا كنهضروا على external conflicts. Inhuman forces, for example, nature, gods, destiny and fate. Or man is a victim of society. بحال مثلا هنا كنهضروا على class struggle in relation to Marxist literary theory. Or all those above. And in this list of answers to the question why does man suffer, هنا ممكن نهضروا على الهامارشيا. Hamarshia actually encapsulate ولا اللي كتلخص لينا يعني ولا كتجاوب لينا على هذا السؤال هذا. Why does man suffer? And we are going to see these concepts later on in this video, which is very very significant and important. Alright, بالنسبة للconcept ديال tragedy غادي نشوفو 3 main scholars and philosophers, writers, poets اللي عرفوا لينا tragedy, starting from Aristotle. القرن الرابع قبل الميلاد. In his Poetics, Aristotle put down his earliest and most significant theory of tragedy. وعرف لنا التراجيدي على أنها واحد imitation, and you are going to notice that there are two words that have the same pronunciation but different in spelling. Well, بالنسبة للimitation الأولى with E كتعني المحاكاة. For example, the author or the writer has this ability to modify and edit. Limitation هي ديك الموديفيكاسيون ولا ديك الاديشن اللي كيديرو الاثر within his work في العمل الادبي ديالو. بالنسبه للايميتيشن الثانيه راه كتعني التقليد. So it's an imitation of an action that is serious، هذه باينه، strict، complete. هنا ارسطو كيقول لنا ان every single work that is related to drama ولا in literature generally speaking in literature, but here Aristotle focuses actually on drama. Sorry. نركز لنا أرسطو على الدراما، وقال لنا بأنه خاص ضروري يكون واحد لي زيليمون. Some elements must be included and parts in every work اللي هما البلوت، الكاركتر، thought، diction، spectacle، song، directions. أرسطو كيقول لنا بأن each work must have a beginning, middle, and an end or a conclusion. Then complex هنا غادي نهضرو كيف ما قلت في الأول على الكاثارسيس and the conflicts, characters, and of a certain magnitude. Here we are talking about the artistic side. هنا كنهضرو على for example suspense، التشويق والإثارة ديال داك العمل الأدبي. I said this before. Every tragedy must have 6 parts, which determine its quality. يعني beginning, middle, and end. This is for Aristotle. Then Chaucer is actually, there is no great difference from the definition of Aristotle. He mentioned the imperfection of man, the retained suffering of man, death, etc. And one of the most famous works of Chaucer is The Monk of Canterbury Tales. كان واحد لاين من هذا الورك هذا ديالو اللي كيلخص لنا فيه يعني التعريف ديال التراجيدي. And ye fallen from a high degree into misery and in death rotedly. هاد اللغة هادي ديك اللغة القديمة كيف ما كتلاحظوا. هنا تشوسر كيعرف لنا التراجيدي على انها going through واحد الميزري and اللي كتسالينا بالموت. Rotedly in Old English means die or death. Alright, this is for Chaucer. And at last we have Hegel. Hegel defines tragedy as the substance of all drama is conflict. Hegel defines tragedy as conflict, and every drama, every work must have conflicts. The conflict between good and evil. Tragedy is seen as conflict between the opposite and right. Hegel actually focuses on the theory of Marxism. If you still remember كنا ذكرنا قبل في الأول في السلايد اللي قبل قلنا بأن a man can be a victim of society. هنا كنهضروا على the external conflict, and Hegel actually focuses and elaborates on that. The laws are there to protect some and destroy the rest. Yeah, here we are talking about the falsities of society, and we are going to see this actually in the 19th century novel with the poor Jude Foley. Alright, هنا كنهضروا على الأوثوريتي، على struggle of classes، على Marxism، بزاف ديال الحوايج. هنا يعني كنهضروا بالضبط على الconflict، the external conflict. Hegel focuses actually on the external conflict. Alright, moving on to the most important concepts that you need to know. I already mentioned hamartia. Hamartia is actually a frailty. Frailty means weakness. Run near الهامرشية هي واحد الخطأ ولا واحد نقطة ضعف اللي كتكون في البروتاغونيست في the main character, which leads to his fatal downfall اللي كتأدي به للنهاية ديالو ولا tragic end, الممات ديالو ولا المأساة ديالو. وهاد الهامرشية actually ولا the fall of man ولا the downfall جات من the fall of Adam and Eve. It's an allegorical connotation. يعني داك السقوط معروف, يعني السقوط ديال آدم and Eve يعني من جنات الفردوس بسبب يعني the temptation of the devil. هذاك الشيء علاش قبل قلنا بأنه ال external forces against the internal forces, كل واحد وشنو تيدعم. كاين اللي تيقول بأنه يعني and here we're going actually to talk about catharsis. يعني كاين اللي تيقول بأن the protagonist, as I named it before, the poor Jude Foley. Why I said that? Because he is a victim of society, of system. He is actually a good, not a villain, but not too good. This is actually what hamartia stands for. Yet we still love the protagonist because he is not a villain. He is good, but he is not too good. This arises catharsis, which alludes to the feeling of fear and pity. I mentioned this earlier. catharsis هي داك الإحساس ديال الخوف, كنوليو حنايا كنخافو على الشخصية البطلة, وكان يعني ما كنبغيوش يعاني. يعني راه protagonist, it is a word that has actually two parts, pro and agony. Pro is somebody who is moving forward, and agony is pain. This raises catharsis, and catharsis is for the audience. catharsis هي ديال الريدر, ديال القارئ, اننا كنوليو كان كيكون داك الفيلين اوف بيتي, كنشفقوا على داك الشخصيه البطله, ما كنبغيوهاش انها تعاني وكنوليو كنخافوا عليها. That's for the concepts. Right, last recap. In this video we've seen the definition of tragedy with Aristotle, Saussure, and Hegel, and we've seen as well the definition of hamartia and catharsis. This is just like an introductory video. هذا غير فيديو تقديمي للشق النظري ديال الموديل ديال classical drama. And later on we're going to غادي ندخلوا نتعرفوا على البلاي ان شاء الله, the author, characters, acts, synopsis, etc. يعني غادي نشوفوا يعني المحتوى ديال كل act. عاد فاش ان شاء الله غادي نمشيو للanalysis. Well guys, thank you so much for being good listeners, and I hope you find this video really helpful.